Hi there, I'm Lenny, and in this video, I'm going to discuss the film Silent Hill, which was released in 2006. It is rated R and has the runtime of 2 hours and 5 minutes. This is going to be a non-spoiler review of Silent Hill. Sean Bean is in this movie. Now I wonder if he's actually going to live through it. This film version of Silent Hill is adapted from the Sony PlayStation game, which was released in 1999. If you aren't familiar with Silent Hill as a video game, it is a survival horror game, very much like Resident Evil, but it takes a different approach to it. Rose and Christopher's adopted daughter Sharon talks in her sleep and sleepwalks at the same time. And as of late, she's been doing both of them, talking in her sleep and going for walks outside, which can be very dangerous, talking about a town called Silent Hill. She'll scream and say the name over and over and over, Silent Hill, Silent Hill. Every time Sharon is asked about the dreams or the sleepwalking or talking in her sleep, she has no idea what Rose and Christopher are talking about, nor is she familiar of a place called Silent Hill, and she has no clue what Silent Hill is. This leads Rose to do some investigating on her own and trying to figure out what is Silent Hill. And upon her investigation and doing her studies, she sees that Silent Hill is a ghost town located in West Virginia. And it's a town that actually has a coal fire still burning underneath the town itself. So Rose makes the decision that she's going to take Sharon with her, and they're going to head to West Virginia and investigate this deserted ghost town by themselves to see if they can get some answers into what is plaguing young Sharon. And already we know, just saying that out loud, that that is not a good idea. Hey, would you rather take a bunch of people with you, especially your husband, or would you rather just go with your young daughter and head out by yourself and just wing it and see what happens? As Rose and Sharon get closer to Silent Hill, Rose actually sees there's no way to access the town itself. It's actually closed off. And a motorcycle cop signals for Rose to pull over, which she doesn't do. She decides to try to outrun the police. She's gonna try to outrun the police. Rose decides that she's gonna try to outrun the police officer and drives through the road barriers that are closing off the town of Silent Hill. Rose isn't familiar with this area. It's nighttime out. Visibility is getting harder to see because the fog is rolling in. And she sees at the very last second that there is a young girl in the middle of the road, which causes Rose to swerve her car, getting in a car accident and knocking herself unconscious. Later on, when Rose gains consciousness, she's still sitting in the driver's seat of her vehicle. But Sharon is nowhere to be found. She's not in the car, she's not outside of the car. Even though it's daylight now, there's still that very heavy, very dense, thick fog shrouding everything. Just barely able to see it, Rose does see a sign that welcomes her to the town of Silent Hill. On foot, Rose walks through the empty town of Silent Hill, which is shrouded again in that very dense, thick fog, and there's a constant falling of ashes from the sky. During Rose's search, there's a very loud, piercing air siren that sounds an alarm. While this air siren is going off, the very dim daylight is falling away to utter darkness. I've never done LSD, but seeing this movie, this is what I envision a bad trip to be like. The world around Rose is being peeled away and disappearing, and being replaced by a wet, dark, twisted metal version of it. Within this version of reality, Rose is not alone. There are hideously mangled and twisted humanoid forms of evil making their way towards her. Silent Hill is a very good psychological horror film. It's different, it's twisted, it's crazy, and it's very effective. The movie is loosely based off the video game, and I know that you might be thinking, well, oh no, that's going to be absolute crap, it's going to be absolute garbage, because yes, we do have those movies that are based off of video games that are just straight up horrible. But the film doesn't follow the video game beat for beat, and it actually takes a different storyline, which is a lot better than the video game itself. The creatures and monsters within Silent Hill are brilliantly crazy and warped The designs of them are just brilliant. Rating Silent Hill on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the absolute best, I give it a 7. We have now arrived at the interactive part of this video. If you think this video is worthy of a thumbs up, please feel free to do so. And if you enjoyed the video and you want to see others just like it, all you have to do is hit the YouTube logo, which is going to be down in the corner, and you'll get a notification anytime a new video has been uploaded to the channel. As always, I want to say thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the opportunity to talk about these things that I'm passionate about. I greatly appreciate that. Please be safe, be careful, and I'll talk to you soon.